So good.
Thanks, Michael.
Our cleanup hitter is Blake. Blake, you're up.
Thank you. Hi, Michael. Thank you so much for sharing so much wisdom. I am a past retail veteran myself. Grew up with my parents in retail and jewelry, actually, and then spent 18 years in women and children's accessory and apparel. So lived a lot of the life that you have lived, and really, truly appreciate the specificity in your journey and how you got where you got. I think so often we gloss over those details, but the details are how we actually accomplish it. The question that I had for you has morphed a little bit as I listened to everybody. I believe at the heart of every successful leader, especially those who have found success in many different arenas, that there is a through line of either a mission, a purpose, or a view of what you believe you want to bring to the world, or a deeper understanding of how you work best and really leaning into that to create those results. And I'm interested what that is for you and how you leverage that across your career and the impacts that you've made.
Well, let me just say that I think that that's probably changed over the course of my life. I've won, there's an old movie, I think it's called Broadcast News or something like that, with, and there was a line in there where the guy says, what do you do when your dreams outlive what your life is? And for me, someone once asked me, I remember early on in my career, they said, you have a 5-year plan, don't you? And I was like, a 5-year plan? I'm just hoping that my car will start in the morning when I get ready to go to work. I don't have a 5-year plan. I'm right now, all I'm thinking about is how I have enough money to put gas in my car and go do my job. I could not even fathom the idea that I could think 5 years ahead. But, I think two things. One, my dad who went bankrupt and never really recovered, and I grew up very poor. Had to start working, like I said, when I was 13 years old, not to buy things for myself, but basically to give the money to my family. And my mom, who worked, and again, we didn't have much to give, but my mom was involved in the PTA, and she was involved in some other organizations, and she would bake cookies, coincidentally, and cakes and things like that to bring for people to sell. So I kind of grew up with this American dream ideal, and also with the idea of being able to give back. And so one of the things, by the way, I have a book, if anybody is interested. It's called Time to Get Tough: How Cookies, Coffee, and a Crash Led to Success in Business and Life. All of the royalties from the book go to a veteran scholarship fund. So if you buy the book and you don't like the book, just know at least you're helping a veteran. But it really goes through many of the things that have gone wrong that were all the things that led to later success. And so here's what I would say. When Don and I first got together, we had no money, but we had a work ethic. So I believe in the 3 W's, which is work, wisdom, and wealth. And if you don't have money to give, work. If you get a little money, give a little money, but don't just write the check. Stay involved. And if you can get involved in an organization and you have some wisdom to contribute, do that as well. But don't just write a check and walk away. Try to see what you can do to help where that organization wants to go, if in fact you have a real passion for it. And I would just say that I think that I've never lost the connection of where I came from, and knowing how important it was for mentorship. My boss, Irving, changed my life. My brother, at a point in my life, changed my life. My wife, Donna, is no doubt, it saved my life. Because the fashion clothing business, while it was an interesting and wonderful business and one that I eventually went away from, was also a pretty wild business. And, 4 of my close friends in the class company I was with lost their lives to drugs. And when I met Donna, my life took a different path. So I don't know where I would be without the 3 people that saved my life. And I think that the one thing you got to keep doing, at least for me, is you got to find a way to give something back and pay it forward. Hope that answered your question.
Thank you. That was beautiful. I really appreciate it. The thing that I see consistent as the through line of what you shared was the ability to see the value in all of the people that were around you and reflect that back. And it's really cool to hear how that started as a young child, and how you've taken that as a through line to be able to recognize, appreciate, and bring that back in all the things you do. So thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing your story with us.
Thank you.